Alright guys, so the last lesson you learned about like terms, and now we're going to learn about combining like terms. Now, the most important thing to realize is you can only add terms that are alike together. Now, this is pretty simple. Let's say I give you something really long and complicated like this. Wait, hold up. Last time I told you, group things together by color, right? As long as you're using color, you can understand this. Use color. Everyone should have colored pencils. You should be writing this in your notes with colored pencils. Okay, so if I give you something long and complicated like this, wait, do you notice something here? X, X. Okay, what about this one? Y, Y. Oh wait, what about this one? Number by itself, number by itself. When you color code this particular one in your notes, make sure that you use one color for the X's, okay? Make sure that you use one color for the Y's. Make sure that you use one color for the numbers that are by themselves. If you are using color, it becomes so much simpler to visualize. Obviously, you already know this from the title. You can only add like terms, right? Well, go figure. The ones that are green are like terms. You can add your 3x plus your 2x. They both have x's. That's going to give you 5x. You can also add your reds together, your 2y and your 4y. They both have y's. Add them together, you get plus 6y. And finally, your blues, which are just numbers by themselves, you do those. 4 plus 10, 14. Now, the important thing to realize here is this is your final answer. You can only simplify like terms. You cannot solve them. If you want a long and complicated explanation, PEMDAS. When you have PEMDAS, multiplication has to happen before addition and subtraction, right? Well, in each one of these variables, 5x and 6y, you are technically multiplying 5 times x. You're multiplying 6 times y. Until you multiply, you can't add. This actually is easier for you because all you have to do is combine like terms, but no one's asking you to solve anything. You can leave your answer like that. Just leave it be. You can only add things that are alike. You can't put a green with a blue. You can't put a blue with a red. Just leave it the way it is. Simplify your life. Let's move on. Let's say I give you something extra long and complicated. Who cares? Color code. The x's are red in this case. The y's are green, and let's say the numbers are blue. Okay, well, what's 4 minus 3? Oh, sorry, I forgot one step. You'll notice here that the y does not have a number, right? Remember, any variable that's by itself has an invisible 1 in front of it, which is what you see down here. I wanted to put the invisible 1 first so that no one would be confused, okay? Let's do the reds. 4 minus 3, 1. So that's 1x. Okay. Then let's do the y's, which are the greens. 3 minus 1 is going to be positive 2 plus 2y. Okay. And then we do the blues. 7 minus 2 is going to be 5. Excellent. Now remember, this 1 is understood to be there. You don't technically need it. You could also write x plus 2y plus 5. Either one of these options is correct. I just want you to be able to understand both of them. Okay? Moving on. Here, another super long, difficult one. Not really, just use color. In this case, let's make the B's red. Let's make the C's green. Let's make the numbers by themselves blue. Okay, so negative 3 plus 5, 2b. Yes, you are going to need to remember your negative numbers. The rules for adding and subtracting them, they're hanging up from all parts of the room. You did your projects on them. You also have them in your notes. Negative numbers, you have negative 3 plus 5 is 2. Next, let's do negative 3 minus 2. The signs are the same, so I sum together. That's negative 5. Then we have negative 4 plus 4. Some of you have realized by now that they're opposites. 4 minus 4 is 0. So these cancel out. They give you 0. You obviously don't need to write the 0. I just provided that for you so you could understand. Your final answer is 2b minus 5c. That's it. Moving on. Combining like terms, try and practice it on your own, use color, and then check your work. Here we have option 1, 4x plus 3y minus 5x minus 2y plus 5. Voila, color code. Okay, you'll notice there's only one blue. You already know what your blues are going to be. You have nothing else that you can do to that blue. Let's start simplifying. You have 4x minus 5x. That's negative 1x. Then 3y plus 2y is going to be, 3y minus 2y is going to be 1y. Then you have plus 5. The 5, you don't really have any other blues to work with, so the 5 stays by itself. It's alone. Okay, and remember, you can also write negative x plus y plus 5. The ones are not necessary. Either one of these answers is acceptable. Here, try doing this one on your own. The solution, color-coded. Now let's do negative 5 minus 6. The signs are the same. I'm going to sum them together, keep the sign. 3 plus, 3 minus 3 is going to be 0. And then negative 6 plus 7 is going to be positive 1. Remember, this right here, this is 0 times y. 0 times anything is 0. You don't need to include it. Your final answer, simplified, is negative 11x plus 1. Well, no need for that quite yet. Alright guys, make sure it's in your notes.